Perfect. Thanks, guys.
All right. You ready, Tom?
Yeah. Right now?
I think we're live. Let me text. Here, you don't have to. Actually, don't. I wouldn't even fasten that. I'll like.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll just do a demo. It's kind of nice. All right, we're good.
You're gonna pull all this out and use them?
Yeah, we should.
That's good.
You know all this?
Yeah.
All right. Do we have clamps? I would leave some loose clamps.
Oh, yeah.
You can just throw them at me.
I'm pulling from.
Oh yeah, we pull them from over there. Perfect. All right. Are you live? Not yet. Are you live? Not yet. Y'all are waiting. You're waiting on me. All right. All right, gentlemen. We're going live. Live from Tampa. Cool. And they're live. Got some live action over here.
Do I need to do something to get this on? Ready?
Nah, just make sure nothing like falls apart. All right. Can you guys hear me with this on, or should I just? You can hear me? All right, great. I'm wearing. This is the microphone going into the thing, so I can barely hear myself. So anyway, welcome to our Unirac live stream, coming to you live from CED Tampa, here in beautiful Tampa. I'm Connor Morrison, Residential Product Manager with Unirac. This is Tom Talmage, ISS with Unirac. We're going to take you through the solar mount system and a lot of the new things that we've come out with recently for the solar mount system. A little bit of history on Unirac. We've been in the industry since 1998, so over 20 years doing solar racking, so there's a lot of bankability that comes with that. We also do a large array of different products, so we're going to be showing a residential rail system, but we also do residential railless, commercial flat roof, and then ground. So if you guys are doing commercial, if you guys are looking at moving into that, we do all those products too. Check out our website, unirac.com. And it's all there for you. Another nice thing about this demo, we've actually partnered with Mission Solar. The friendly folks at Mission are giving us a module. What's the specific module?
You're installing with a 320 watt black on black 60 cell with a 25-year warranty, 100% of the time made in the U.S.
Okay, perfect. So if you didn't hear that, it's a 320 black residential module, 25-year warranty, 100% made in the U.S. They're based out of San Antonio, Texas. If you haven't checked out the Mission folks, check out their website as well. A quick overview of some of the components that we're going to be going through. I'll probably start at the base of the system. What you see on the roof right now is our flash lock. We have a number of different residential roof attachments, but so if you guys want flashings, we have our Flash Kit Pro. Tile roofs, we have our Pro Series solar hooks, or we have a tile replacement. Comp shingle, we have our flash lock. This works with comp shingle, roll comp, TPO, if you guys use a primer, a couple other roof types. So it's really nice because it's a very diverse product. So that's what we are using to show today. I'll have Tom grab one so he can kind of pass it around if you guys want to look at it. The flash lock itself comes kitted with all of the hardware that you need to install it, as well as the sealant. So it comes with either ChemLink, Duralink 50, or GeoCell 4500. It comes with the rail mounting hardware as well as the lag bolt. So when you get your flash lock, you are ready to install. You don't have to buy extra hardware or anything like that. The rail you'll see, sort of the next natural component going up. We have light rail, standard rail for whatever you need, black mill. It can withstand Florida winds. We actually have a Miami-Dade NOA with the solar mount system specifically. So we're the only racking company in the industry that has an NOA with Miami-Dade. So if you guys are doing installs in Miami-Dade, that NOA will save you a lot of time because you don't have to have an engineer come out and permit every job. You can just send it through, which saves a ton of money. Going up from the rail, we're going to be showing our new Universal AFs, which is our Universal Aesthetic Fastener, an end and a mid. The nice thing about that, we can kind of pass some of those around. I'll just grab one of each. I'll start with the end clamp. The end clamp is nice because you don't have to use any stopper or any spacers or anything like that for different size modules. Every module size between 30 and 46 millimeter will just work with this clamp. It's literally a click and you're there. Saves a lot of SKUs, saves a lot of time. The other nice thing about our end clamps, the bonding, and you don't have to leave rails sticking out from the edge of them. You can cut it flush and cap it for a very nice aesthetic. It also has low profile hardware at the top and aesthetic end cap. So it looks really nice on the roof. It gets everything you need to done on the roof. The mid clamp, this is our Universal Aesthetic Fastener mid clamp. It's pretty straightforward. The nice thing about this and this is the T-bolt is actually fixed to the top of the clamp, so you don't have to worry about T-bolt engagement. Either the clamp is right or it's not engaged. You just stick it in, turn it, and it's good to go. The other nice thing about the mid clamps is they have a 1/2 inch module space, so they set your modules 1/2 inch so you can get more modules on a single rail. You also, it also just looks nice. So that's the clamp we're going to be using and installing on here. I don't know, I think I'm good. I'll let Tom start installing, and I'll kind of show some other products as he goes, so you guys can kind of watch Tom. He's going to start with the rails. In the front, we're going to have our standard solar mount rail. In the back, we'll have our light rail. One other thing that he's going to install on the back on the light rails is our Pro Series end clamp. It's a hidden end clamp, so it's universal for any module that has a module flange on it. The way that installs, which, where's our hidden end? Oh, got it, okay. Can you dig up a hidden end? The idea of it, though, is it slides into the side of the rail, clamps down the module flange. You cut your rail flush and cap it, and that way you don't actually see a visual end clamp, which is a really nice aesthetic to have. So if you can envision, and I'll have him install it, you slide this in the side of your rail, and you do have to cut your rails flush with the module before you install this. Slide it in, and as you tighten this bolt, it comes back and tightens down on the module flange like that. Locks it in place, and then these come with the end cap that you need to install it. Our end clamps, our end clamps come with the end caps. Our end caps work on standard or light rail, so there isn't different SKUs for that. You just do the one and you're ready to go. As he installs, and you guys can kind of look, don't block the live stream camera, but otherwise come around and check out what he's doing. Another residential product that we came out with recently is our Solar Box. Our Solar Box is a junction box that works as a rail mount or as a attic run. For attic runs, it's really quick and simple. You just install the Solar Box, and the nice thing about this is it's not flashed. It has that same technology with flash lock. Drill it down, inject sealant. It'll vent out the 2 ports. Maybe I'll show you that in a sec. But it has a similar technology built in, so you don't have to use a flashing. Basically, you go to the roof as a comp roof. It has a micro flashing in front. Put a little bit of sealant on this just for kind of added sealing. You slide it up under the module or under the shingle, and then once it's down, screw in 4 screws here, the screws are included. And then inject your sealant from this side port, and it will then fill this this reservoir here and vent out this side, signaling that it's full, and you're sealed to the roof and good to go. And then from there, you would just drill your conduit runs as you normally would. This product is available with the DIN rail or without, depending on how you like to install and what hardware you like to have. It's NEMA 3R certified. Has a hinging top lid and only one piece of hardware holding that. If you get to the roof and don't want to do an attic run, this deflector actually pops out, and then you flip it over, and there's two mounting holes here. With those mounting holes, we have a rail bracket, which somewhere there's another solar box that has that, but a rail bracket. You install this straight to the rail. It sits low enough profile that if you want to install a module on top of it, you can very easily for like a sleeker looking aesthetic. It's a quick and easy thing to do with solar box, and we include the hardware to do that with this as well. One other nice feature about this is it actually works as an installation aid. It's tough to see, and you may have to get a little bit closer, and I can pass this around a little bit, but there's two arrows on this piece here. The first you align with the top of the shingle, and when you look at it, I'll show you guys. There's another line that shows where you need to drill to match up with the box. Then when you flip it, there's two holes here where you'd mark the actual drill points for your holes. So you can actually use this as a installation tool. So you guys can pass that around, check it out, see what's going on there. Oh, nice. Here. I mentioned that rail bracket. This is what that looks like. These are available as well. They're just a separate part. But you order that, and then you just, those two mounting screws go on there like that. And then it hangs on the rail. It looks like Tom's got his rails on, so you can see the front is our mill standard rail. That's available in black too if you want that better aesthetic. Up top we've got the light dark rail. Now what he's working with right now is our solar tray. This is a wire management solution that we have. This gets you away from what we call interval support, which is what you're going to have with clips or zip ties. What this does is it continually supports your wires on the roof and allows you to just drop your wires in. It's got enough room for your MC4 connectors, and it'll do, we're right now doing a bundle of, I think, 4 wires. Those will go right in as needed. There's an east-west version of it available, which has got installed now. Otherwise, you have your north-south. You just slid in the 2 clips on the top, stapled that down, and now you have north-south wire management as well as east-west wire management. Next, he'll install his microinverter. We have a microinverter mount. I think the microinverter mount is a nice thing because it reminds me that this entire system is one tool install, including that tiny nut, which we actually got a custom version of it. So you can do everything from the lag to the top of the clamp with a 1/2-inch socket, so you don't have to do any tool exchanges. Everything on this is with a 1/2-inch socket. But you can see Tom's just dropping and laying in his rail right now. It's a very clean look once it's installed. There are no wires on the roof, no failed inspections, and it's a very inexpensive solution that solves a lot of problems on the roof as you go. Like as he kind of goes, are there any initial questions or anything you guys want clarified, and then we can kind of talk it through the modules and stuff? So what he just asked is if there's a different wind load between the lights and the standards. It depends. Both are rated so that they can go into our Dade County thing. So we've tested both up to 200 miles an hour. A lot more of that, the wind loading and your spans in that are controlled by, your wind loading and actually your spans and not necessarily the rail itself. So yeah, it'll stand up. It also is very effective in snow. I know in Florida, not the consideration, but for the folks watching live, light rail is excellent in snow. Let me check. We've got somebody on the inside texting me questions. Let me make sure there aren't any questions coming in. And then we'll keep cruising. All right, so Tom's got his wire management in, a solo box rail mounted. That's an option you can do, or you can have this on the ground. So you're at a point now when you're ready for panels, which we can lay in. I might give him a little bit of an assist on the panels, just so he doesn't have to He-Man them on there. Do you guys have any questions on this stuff right now as we kind of go, or any of our other products? I think one other product that I didn't mention on here is our splice, which let's see if I can round one up. I think we've got them here. Our splices are also one tool installation. They have a half-inch bolt on them, one on each side, so you're not doing tool exchanges even with tech screws or anything like that. And they come with the bolts pre-assembled into them, so you're not dropping things on the roof or anything. They just slide into place, go into the rail, and you're good to go. The other nice thing about them is they're universal for standard or light rail, so you don't have to carry different SKUs on your roof depending on the rail that you're using. And they're rocking and rolling, so let me help out with. So you can see Tom's got these end clamps in here already. They sit right in the rail and are good to go. They don't fall out, so it's easy to place them as you go, and they'll just sit in there. These are the end clamps. This is how they look before you put them installed. These are hidden end clamps. It just depends on what the aesthetic you like. I think I'm just in your way, man. You squared up. All right. Yeah. Wait. Go out to the edge. Sit that down. So just some general things as we go. You heard me mention that Mission Solar's got a 25-year warranty. Our racking follows the same module warranty, and that's everything from the flash locks on up. So we have a 25-year warranty. So your racking and your modules ought to match up as far as a warranty goes. So you should be good to go there. That does include the flash locks. Some of the other products that we actually have on display here, one of them is our Flash Lock RM, which is that hubcap looking thing. Yeah, love it. So our Flash Lock RM, it's a commercial product, but it's for flat roofs. It's a quick installation. It's just you install the six screws, maybe 7. They're numbered. 7 screws into your flat roof. It comes with one part, so it's a pourable one part. So once your screws are in, pour your one part in. And then it has a cap that comes with it. Slap the cap on top of that, and then bolt your attachment onto that. You might, similar to like there are other ones, but since we're live, I can't go through the competitor list. How you doing, Tom? I abandoned ship on you. All right. Tom's a stud, everybody. So you can see with the hidden end clamps, he's going right up to the rail edge on those. So it's a very kind of sleek aesthetic because you can't see the clamp after it's installed. Those come kitted with your end caps, so you don't have to get your end caps separately. With our universal AFs, you can either leave rail out there if you need room for like a J box or something like that, or you can get our end caps. We sell them separately, just a bag of them. Cut your rail flush and install them. So you're good to go there. Does anybody have any questions on this? Any other products? We're diverse in what we sell, so there's a lot that we're trying to show here. I'm trying to think of anything that we haven't talked about. I'll also check. I'm just going to see if we've had any comments or questions in the comments section. It's looking good.
They say you have to remove a panel. I mean,
It's not too bad. Huh? Yeah. With any of these clamps, it's pretty easy to unscrew them. They come right out, and then do what you got to do. I can talk a little bit about our railless system as well. We do have a railless system called SFM Infinity. It is module agnostic, so it works with anything between 30 and 40. With 30s, I know those new RECs are out now with the 30 millimeter, and so we'll have an option ready for that pretty quickly here. Otherwise, it works with any module size. Your question about popping a module, that system is very nice for that because it's hard to illustrate, but they just have, on your little clamps, they have a cap. You just have to pull that cap, lift the module, and do whatever you need to do. On a rail system, you do, let's say a panel inset goes out, you usually have to kind of go in and work your way in. Railless, that isn't such an issue. So it's a cool product if you can check it out. We have a lot of videos on our YouTube page, and I probably should just say in general, we have a lot of great videos on our YouTube page giving tips and tricks on all of the products that you see here and then more, including our railless and our commercial products as well. So it's a very good place to go for information on that. And you can find those videos either straight through YouTube or go to our website. If you find the product that you're looking for on our website, there's usually YouTube pages tied directly through our website you can check out. It looks like Tom's finishing up with the end caps.
Yes, on the end of the rails, that's just a cap he's popping on.
Yeah.
Right up here.
Yeah. And there's a, let's see. You can kind of look around and see. One thing that we do get questions on, and then you just put this cap on, so I'm gonna pop it off to show folks. A lot of people just leave these kind of the way they are, and you get that aesthetic kind of pushed against the module with that top piece. Since these are universal and work for standard, this is your standard setting, which is normal. If you want to do light rail and you don't want this extra piece on there, it is designed so you just break it off, and it takes the whole top of the cap off, and you're good to go on the light rail. Any other questions? Otherwise, this is the solar mount system. We'll leave this up, so if you guys want to take a closer look, you guys can kind of look around, and if you guys want any close-up demos, we're happy to take it apart and show you what's going on with everything. But otherwise, big thank you to Mission for supporting us with some panels. Huge thank you to CED Tampa for putting this event together and letting us host a live stream out of here. So if there aren't any other questions, we can call this adjourned. All right, well, thank you guys all for coming and watching. Let us know if you have any other questions. We'll be here all day. Here, you don't need to do anything. You're good.